If you're looking for a home for sale in Berea, Kentucky, you might want to see this one. Today, we're located at 123 Oak Street right here in Berea. We've got a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home right here in the heart of it all. And there's something really interesting about this property for buyers. So this is actually a USDA-eligible area, which means that you could qualify for 100% financing, which equates to $0 down. So for those who don't know me, my name is Devin Todd Asbill, and I'm a local Berea real estate agent with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Foster Realtor. I've been in Berea my whole life, and so my kind of goal for these videos is to not only help you find homes for sale in Berea, Kentucky, but to actually help you understand what it's like to live here. So again, if you've been searching for homes for sale in Berea, Kentucky, affordable homes, USDA eligible homes, or if you're just maybe looking for a home that might qualify for USDA financing, this walkthrough is going to be for you. So today we're going to take a true tour. We're going to do the total walkthrough, and that way you can kind of get a feel of the home from the moment that you walk in through the door. So let's go take a look. All right, y'all, so we are located on Oak Street. If you look right back there, that's going to be Chestnut Street. If you continue on straight that way, it's going to take you to the Walmart shopping center exit off exit 76. If you continue right, which I think you can see the railroad crossing right there, so you'll end up crossing the railroad and going into the Old Town Artisan Village. But anyways, we are here today, like I said, at 123 Oak Street in Berea. Shout out to Andrea Damrell from Kentucky Real Estate Professionals for letting us in. This place is the cutest thing that I have ever seen. So immediately we've got level 100 curb appeal, we've got the metal roof, we've got the wooden embellishments, and I just think that it's the cutest thing ever that it's a 123 address. I don't know. But you can see we've got the tall windows and we've got the covered front porch here with the little rocking chairs. The only thing honestly that I would probably do to fix this is just extend the gutters. That way I've got, the water going away from my home. But all in all, this is the absolute cutest. I cannot wait to show this one to you all. And so if we look up here, you can see that we've got the wood running all the way around. And we've got the black window frames. Anyone who personally knows me knows that I'm a sucker for monochromatic black and white. Get that straightened up real quick. And so we do have the outlet cover out here. I'm always scared I'm going to break these, but it does look like it is not a GFCI, but that's literally nothing to fix. So once we step in, it's so big in here that everything echoes. Love this. So again, we have the huge ceilings in here. Tons and tons of natural light coming in from the front door. So we've got 3 light switches. We've got one that goes to the ceiling lights. We've got one that goes to the fan. And then this one right here actually goes to the porch lights outside. So I'm going to get these back on. So this would be your formal living area. You can't really see too much from the video, but I believe I would have my couch right there and then probably my TV right here on this wall maybe. There is no dining area right here, but that's around the corner. So if that's what you're worried about, stick around. And we've got the cordless blinds, if I can get a hold of them. Awesome. And then we go over here into our kitchen area. I don't know if it's just me or if this isn't normal. I like it. It's no big deal. But I feel like the handles are usually a little bit lower down. So we do have new cabinets. And these are the soft close. So if you're like me and have children who like to slam everything, no big deal. Again, with the soft close, we've got the one sink right here. I don't really know what this material is, but I really like it. Check our water pressure. See how long it takes to get hot. And so we've got countertops. So this is, I cannot think of what it's called, but Formica laminate. I can't remember exactly what it's called. We've got good water pressure. It gets good and hot. Again, we've got the cordless blinds. I'm going to assume this has been left open for a reason. Just because I'm a psychopath, I would have probably pulled it over and closed this off. But sometimes there's only so much you can do. But it does look like there was something that was supposed to go here. So maybe there's just a door that fell off. And you can see holes right here. So something's been going on. We'll get it figured out. All right, and we get our microwave open. So we don't have a button to push the microwave. There's a spot underneath it here. Perfect. And then we've got our perfectly clean stove and range. And so this is electric. I would probably go ahead, excuse me, and add the GFCI receptacles, but all in all, like, this is really nice. There's plenty of cabinet space. Up here. Perfect. All right. And I feel like you really can't see like the actual size of these cabinets on the video, but I don't feel like it's the size themselves. I feel like the positioning of the handles is actually making them look a lot bigger than they are, which is really weird. That would be my dedicated junk drawer. Right. And then I don't know how I missed it, but we've got our dishwasher over here. So everything is brand new and ready to go. So over here we have our matching stainless steel refrigerator. Personally, I like this side by side versus where the fridge is on top with the double doors and then the drawers out at the bottom. Everyone that I know has had issues out of those pull-out drawers, but maybe it's just the crowd I'm running with. We've got the ice maker. Perfect. So off of the kitchen, I would assume that this would be like your formal dining area, because honestly, there's just nowhere else to put it unless you did like a bar top table right here, maybe. Well, I mean, you could add an island. You could add a dining room table right here. I really feel like it's just like up to the buyer's discretion. But anywho, so we get going this way. Plenty space in here. This could be like a little office area. This could be like a kid's office, kid's workspace. But then we have a step down here. And then, so immediately off to our left, we have the first bedroom. We've got fresh new carpet. You can see that we've got the front porch view right here. Y'all, I don't know what it is. This weather has been up and down lately, and it's absolutely killing me. And then we have our primary bedroom closet, which is a sliding barn door. I love those. They save so much space. And so we do have a walk-in closet. I really like that this is like an insert. That way, you know, if you were able to get all of your clothes hung up over here, you could shove in like your dresser or your chest of drawers or whatever they're called over here. But love this. And then we've got the light right here. Slide that back. And so we are going to step into our primary bathroom, which, let's be honest, this could be a whole other bedroom. I don't know why my camera light is on today, so if the like color looks weird, I don't know what's going on. So we've got plenty of space like for the toilet over here, and then you could have like some kind of shelving. We do have the stand-up shower, and I really love like the details of this. I love that. I don't know why my fingers are looking so red. And then we've got and brand new shower pan. And then I like how this is not taking up like an astronomical amount of room, but there's still plenty of countertop space on top of this. And so this right here is going to operate our light above that. This place has tremendous water pressure, and I know that's really important to a lot of people. And then we've got, okay, so that is not soft close. We've got the pull-out drawers. My daughter would be obsessed with this. She's at that age where she has to have a full face of makeup every day, and I'm like, you are 12 years old. Like, there's no sense in that. All right, so we've got our toilet. Okay, so you pull it instead of like traditionally pushing it that way. So that's not a bad thing. It's just different, I guess. But all right, so we are finished up in our primary bath, primary bedroom. Also love the monochromatic we've got going on here. So we step into this little like hallway area. Perfect. So we've got our thermostat, we've got our vent right here. So when we make it to this crossroad, if we go to the left, we've got our laundry area. We've got the over the laundry storage right here, but it's kind of weird because the hookup is on this side. So I don't really know what you would put over there unless it was like a folding table, I guess. You would have thought that These would have been on this side, but I kind of like the fact that it's separated in a sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. That's usually the case. I'm never going to be able to reach anything up there, but it'd be good for my husband to be able to hide stuff that I'm not allowed to touch, like the power tools and all the drills and hammers that I've lost over the years. So these are soft close as well. So off of that, we have our utility closet. So we've got our furnace, we've got our water heater. So love the fact that it has a drip pan. I get it down here. A lot of people don't see that whenever they're in homes. For some reason, people just usually skip that step. And you can actually see that your TPR valve is running out. Ooh, it looks like we've got plenty of clearance there. So this does have an approved sticker of December 2025. So essentially brand new. And of course, I had a spam call come in. So anyway, we wrapped up with the water heater. So moving on to the furnace. So there was a video that I posted a while back about like if you couldn't find the date itself on there, if you could check and see what type of refrigerant that it has. So you can see that it has the R454B, which is a newer, I guess, refrigerant that replaced some of the older ones. If it doesn't identify the R454B, you can look on here and you can usually see the warning label, because I guess with the new type of refrigerant, it's more of like a propane based material. And so it's extremely flammable. But with the newer units like that, it's supposed to have a safety feature that's like an automatic shut off. So if you can't find the date, if you can't just find it, lined out what type of refrigerant, you can usually look for that warning sign. Not warning sign, the warning sticker. So again, nothing that I can reach up there, but plenty of storage space over here. And you've even got like an extra little counter space right here. So all of our main laundry area, we turn to the right here and we've got another full bathroom. Nothing fancy. We've got our tub shower combo. We've got our toilet. So this one actually has the push down instead of the lever like on the other one. And how cool is this? So we've got our different lighting here. But I believe that this is actually like one of those things that causes your mirrors not to fog up when you get out of the shower. So I need to invest in one of these. I can play with this all day. Does that make me look better? Right, and then we've got like our little sink vanity area. You can put like a little shelf right here. You could put like a towel rack right here. So plenty of options for this little bathroom. All right, and so we are back to our crossroads. So kitchen, living room, dining area, primary bedroom. If we go to our left and go straight, we have another bedroom, fresh carpet. I really like the layout of this one because you could like hide a little desk or, toys, whatnot in this corner and have like your main bed area back here, I guess. And so this one actually has a view of the backyard. Go around here, take a look at our closet. Nothing to write home to mom about, but you've got plenty of space in here. Right. Turn that light off, and then we go to our left. And we've got like a mudroom area. I guess like if you've got kids that have went outside and played, or if you've been out like working on the car or whatever, this would be like your strip down, get all the dirt off of you area. But off of that, we have our final third bedroom. And we've got the fan going, and y'all, it feels so good. So another view of the backyard, which we will go and check that out in a minute. So this is the smaller of the three bedrooms, but again, it's still plenty spacious enough for whatever you may need. Off of that, we have our closet. It's really weird that there's a lock on this. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. And so all of these bedrooms that have the new like ceiling fans and whatnot, they've got these. And so my mom actually just built a new house. And I think it's so cool that you can like change the colors on these. All the things. And so it's got like timers and settings. I'm going to put that there before I lose it because that's what I'm good at. So we're going to make our way out of the third and final bedroom, and we are going to get ready to make our way outside. So this looks like, so we've got the permit sticker right here. So this was at least inspected in December. So that really justifies that everything is like in good operating condition and where it needs to be. If you were to go and buy this house and get homeowners insurance, if you are to go and manually tell your home insurance person, whoever that may be, that you have updated electrical systems and, electrical work that's been done, there's a good possibility that you could get a reduction off your premium. But so we're going to go out the door off the side here. We've got like a little landing area. Still trying to figure out my new gimbal and how to best work it. I give up. So this one is actually GFCI receptacle, so that's good. We've got the cover. And so we've got the vinyl siding. I'm going to assume that this used to be a full driveway. I'm not going to go all the way down because, of course, I'm barefooted and my luck I'd get deleted or canceled because of something like that. But it wouldn't be anything at all to just take this down right here, extend this driveway. I mean, you wouldn't have to extend it if you wanted to. You could just drive through the grass and you'd have this big like parking pad right here. You could put up a basketball goal, literally anything that you would want, I would assume. And then we go back here. Is this not the prettiest, coolest tree that you've ever seen? It's just, these new houses, they're really nice. They're beautiful, all the things, but you just don't see mature trees anymore. All right, y'all, that is it for today. Again, we're here at 123 Oak Street in Berea, Kentucky. I mean, you're literally like 5 minutes away from everything. We've got, if you go out of here and get on Jefferson Street and go to the left, again, we've got Walmart. If you go out of here on Jefferson Street and go to the right, you've got the skating rink. You've got Old Town Berea / the Artisan Village, whatever they call it now. You've got the Berea Park, you've got the skate park, you've got the walking trails, you've got it all. Like, I grew up around this neighborhood, and if you look just behind me right there in that yellow house, I actually spent a lot of time in that home with like one of my childhood friends. So if anybody knows this area, it's me, and it just kind of feels like really nostalgic to be here. But again, my name is Devin Todd Asbell, and I'm your Berea, Kentucky Realtor. You can contact me anytime at 859-200-6513. I try and shoot these videos as often as I can. We know life gets busy, but on my channel, I like to give you just like a run through of course, the homes, of course, the real estate market, but again, what it's truly like to live in Berea and be a Berean. So if you like what I post, comment, tell me what you want to see, tell me what you don't want to see, what you want to see more of, less of, and I will see y'all on the next one.